Welcome to Donmar TV News Channel.
Mga kababayan, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Senate President, hindi po totoong hindi involved si Teddy Casino, si Antonio Nino at si Nery Colmenares sa underground movement. Si Nery Colmenares po, hindi pa siya congressman, ay na-meet ko na siya sa Iloilo City 2001 April. Kasama po si sa Toro Campo at si Teddy Casino. Hindi po yun meeting ng Bayan Muna lang. Meeting yun ng Regional Urban Party Committee para pag-usapan ang pag-prepare para sa Bayan Muna. The first na pagsali sa eleksyon. Alam ko ang lugar, saan, ang training center, tatlo sila. Ang pinag-uusapan at ang meeting mga underground personalities at mga open personalities ng bagong alyansang Makabayan. Because the chapter converted...
Can you provide the details now?
Sir?
Can you provide the W's?
Yes, sir.
W's now, right now.
Yes, sir.
Kasi you're making a serious allegation.
Yes, sir. Very serious, sir.
Yung when, where.
Yeah.
O sige.
It's in middle of April, sir, before the Earth Day celebration. I cannot forget that time. Si Nery Colmenares ay speaker,
April of what year?
2001. Si Nery Colmenares ay speaker, lecturer, tungkol sa propaganda operation sa
Saan
pagbubuo
dito?
ng
Saan?
alliance.
Where?
Iloilo City, sir.
Where? In the city.
Alam ko, sir, itatanggi na may-ari na ito. Hindi siya kasi involved.
Don't assume that. Where in Iloilo City?
In Arevalo, sir. Arevalo, Daroca Training Center.
Alam mo, these are details of the truth
Yes.
that will test your credibility.
Yes, sir.
Pag sumablay ka rito, bagsak yung credibility mo.
Yes, sir.
Tumama ka, bumbo yung credibility mo.
Yes, sir.
Kumpletuhin mo yung 5 W's.
Yeah.
Sige.
Yes, sir. Daroca Training Center, Iloilo City, Arevalo. It's the favorite venue for underground gatherings because ang venue na ito ay tago at magandang venue. Nery Colmenares was there, Satoru Campo and Teddy Casino. And they were there to meet the representative of CPP Regional Urban Party Committee in preparation for the electoral campaign design kung saan ang mga chapters ng bagong alyansang Makabayan at mga organisasyon nito ay itatransform ayon sa dokumento at directive ng CPP na i-transform to become chapters for the electoral machinery. So that meeting is not Bayan Muna meeting.
Teka,
It's a meeting of the Regional Urban Party Committee.
Eric, baka deliberately dinidelay nyo yung preparation of video nyo.
No, sir.
Just go on, prepare it. Sabi ko sa kanya, he should stop the moment the video is ready.
Sir, we will do that.
Sige.
Can I proceed, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Senate President? Tinatanong niya sino ang nag-recruit, sino man nag-recruit niya. So of course, tama yung sagot kanina kasi ang recruitment namin ay organizational process. It's not an individual responsibility alone. But did I meet also Teddy Casino? Aside from the meeting in Arevalo, Iloilo City in 2001, meeting ng Communist Party ng mga kabataan pa kami. Yes, in Boracay. Nandun siya.
That was a CGP convention. Ano ba yun?
Kindly,
Can I be allowed my time, Mr. Chair? Kanina, hataw siya ng hataw, pinabayaan siya ng chairman.
Sinungaling ka eh.
Kita mo?
kindly,
Oh.
How can you allow this, Mr. Chair?
Congressman kasi.
How can you allow this, Mr. Chair?
Now you know, mga kababayan. Mr. Chairman, can I proceed?
Teka, you provided the when, the who,
Yeah.
the where,
Yes.
yung how.
Ito po ay pagtitipon ng mga propaganda officers, community organizers na nasa ilalim ng Regional Urban Party Committee ng Communist Party sa Isla ng Panay. At ang representative doon ay si Teddy Casino, si Satoru Campo, at saka si Nery Colmenares.
Saan pumasok yung recruitment?
Ang recruitment pinag-uusapan doon, hindi lamang tungkol sa underground, kundi pagpapalawak ng alyansa. Ang recruitment, ang binabanggit doon is very clear. Kapag nagkaroon ng eleksyon, ang mass base ay dapat palalawakin natin. At gamitin natin ang eleksyon na ito bilang oportunidad sa tatlong pamamaraan. Pagpapalawak ng mass base, pagpapalawak ng underground, pagpapalawak ng alyansa.
So what's wrong with that?
Wrong ito, Mr. Chairman, dahil may underground recruitment ito. Ibig sabihin, ang kilusang lihim ng mga open organizations.
How would you connect that to the recruitment para sumampa sa bundok para mag-NPA?
The recruitment starts with the underground building. You cannot be recruited to the NPA, to the Communist Party, if you're not recruited into the underground component of the open
So
organizations.
how many NPA regulars were recruited actually after that meeting?
The NPA regulars, sir, will be waiting there in the, sa kabundukan, sa kanayunan.
Ilan yung na-recruit on account of that meeting?
Siyempre sir, ang account of that meeting will proceed after ang implementation ng meeting.
Tatanong ko nga, ilan yung na-recruit
I
na
can
naging
give the
NPA?
estimate sir, based on my data nung panahon na yon, hindi bababa po sa 100 ng mga kabataan ang na-recruit
Can you name
sa
names?
underground.
Can you name
Sa
names?
underground sir, sa
No, no, no,
underground.
no. Can you name names?
Of course, sir, ang mga names na ito, sir, ay may mga pangalan kami. Pero that is, may mga open names, may mga underground names. Kami po, sir, nag-operate.
Ang tanong ko sa iyo, magbigay ka ng mga pangalan na talagang totoong naging NPA
Opo, sir, may
after that meeting.
marami
Or
po, sir.
series of meetings after that.
Yes, sir, marami po, sir, nag-NPA.
Wala pa ba to?
Hinggil sa relationship ng CPP at saka ng NPA. CPP provides absolute leadership over NPA. So therefore, kahit hindi ka NPA pero membro ka ng CPP, you have the responsibility. Usapin po yan ang principle ng command responsibility. Kaya hindi po sila yung absolutong namumuno sa NPA. Sila yung nag-uutos sa NPA. Sila yung nag-uutos na gawin yung terorismo at atrosidad ng NPA. So papaano ngayon lulugar yung mga membro ng partido na hindi armado? Yung nangyayari ngayon dito, actually excuses na lang, Mr. Chairman. Gaya ng sinabi ko nga, doon sa oath nila, saan ba yung allegiance and loyalty nila? Actually, wala sa gobyerno na to. Yung allegiance nila nandun sa CPP. Malinaw yan, yan yung ipinapakita ngayon ng mga kaharap po namin ngayon dito. Ngayon sasabihin nila, ano kami? Nanggaling kami sa loob. I had been in the movement for 26 years. Yun yung totoong nangyayari. And ngayon, parang dinadivert nila ang issue, Mr. Chairman. Ang usapin dito ay relationship nung Makabayan Bloc at yung ibang legal front organization sa CPP, pero dinadala nila yung usapin doon sa peace negotiation. Ano ba yung sinabi ni Luis Halanduni? Napakalinaw po ang sinabi ni Luis Halanduni. Yung peace negotiation ay secondary doon sa parliamentary form of struggle. At sinasabi nga niya, malinaw na yung peace negotiation ay nag-serve din sa armadong pakikibaka. Malinaw po yun. Ngayon, ano ba yung objective? Bakit gusto nilang dalhin yung usapin sa peace negotiation or peace talk? Actually, walang ibang objective ang peace talk na nakalinya sa pananaw ng CPP kung hindi i-expose yung sinasabi nila wrongdoings of the government. Therefore, ang objective pa rin para ibagsak yung gobyerno na to, Mr. Chairman.
By the way, for the record, as far as I can recall, not one of the members of the Makabayan Bloc admitted that they're members of the CPP.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
For the record.
Pero those were denials. Those were denials and those were storylines. Itinuro po sa amin yan sa loob ng partido.
Mr. Chair,
Kasi ang burden of proof, you're saying that they are members of the
Mr. Chair.
CPP, you're maintaining, di ba? Mine-maintain mo na sila, Representative Colmenares, Representative Casino, Representative tapos sina Congressman Zarate, Congressman Ilago, and the rest of them, Makabayan Bloc. Ang contention ninyo, members sila ng CPP, ayaw lang nila aminin. Now, abogado si Congressman Neri, abogado si Dean Lavinia, abogado si Asekti. Ang burden of proof na sa inyo. Paano mo ngayon po proof na member sila ng CPP?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, gusto ko lang din pong banggit ito sa punto. Kasi actually, yun pong defense nila. Si Attorney Colmenares, alam niya, abogado kasi siya eh.
Okay.
Sa totoo lang, yung truth na sinasabi, hindi naman sa lahat ng pagkakataon ay mabibigyan mo ng pruweba doon sa dami ng ebidensya. Napakaraming may totoong nagkasala pero hindi napatawan ng parusa. Bakit? Dahil may kulang sa ebidensya, pero hindi ibig sabihin na hindi totoo yung nangyari. Alam din po nila yan kay abogado si Nery Colmenares.
But that's how due process works eh. You have to prove it. Ngayon,
may I come in?
this brings me to my
May
next
I
question.
come in, Mr. Chair?
After all,
The question, again, that begs to be asked, how do you prove that someone is a CPP member? All right. Now, before we get the answer from you, if you have the answer, yes, indeed, action speaks louder than words. But is that proof? May allegation, may kilos siyang ganito. Is he already a member of the CPP? In much the same way as it goes against what Dean Lavinia is saying, hindi porki ang kilos mo ay pro ganito, hindi ka member ng CPP. Di ba? It cuts both ways. Hindi porki marami kang tinulong sa bayan o sa legislation means you're not CPP. Di ba? So the big question, my question is, Mr. Legaspi, Mr. Celis, Mr. Corbin, how do you prove that you were CPP? Or anybody else? Paano mo mapapatunayan na si CPP member yung tao na yun? Alright.
Without you admitting or confessing,
Yeah.
paano ba ma-prove na kayo mga CPP dati, of course, no?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Senate President. This is the big opportunity that we're waiting. Kasi sa matagal na panahon po, nag-survive ang CPP and PNDF because of this portion. Na itatago nila at naikukubli ang isang political operation nila that gives them finance, kadre, recruitment, at naiikutan nila ang batas. Ang aking pinakasimple na mensahe para maintindihan ng mamamayan, ang CPP and PNDF is the most complex criminal syndicate to evolve in the face of the earth, in my assessment, in our assessment. Una, ito ay nagko-combine ng underground at above ground. They are distinct in character but inseparable in operation. Magkaiba sa pamamaraan, ngunit hindi magkahiwalay sa pagpapatupad. LFS, Kabataan, Makabayan, they're above ground. But the leadership core are controlled by the party. Ang tawag dyan ay political control and authority of leadership. So ang lahat ng mga namumuno ng open organizations are also underground. Ang problema sa underground, iyan naiikutan niyang batas because wala siyang roster of members. Coded, sekreto, compartmentalized. You don't ask questions. Ako nakagamit ako ng 10 pangalan. Sila alam ko rin gumagamit ng mga iba't ibang pangalan, koda at alias kapag sila ay pumapasok sa mga guerrilla zones. It is normal. Ang binanggit ko nga kanina, the strength of the CPP is in, yun ang weakness ng batas. I think dapat pag-usapan ito ng Senate at ng House, ng Congress. Why? Because naiikutan nila ang batas, nabubutas nila ang batas, at nagagamit nila ang batas to weaken the government. Ang tawag dyan, at alam nila ito, revolutionary dual tactics. Only the CPP was able to do this kind of tactics. Hindi ito ginagamit masyado ng Bolshevik sa panahon ng Russia and China. Sa Pilipinas lang ito.
Don't make conclusions. You're pointing to them eh. Hindi nga sila
Yes, sir.
But don't point to them.
Yeah, of course, Mr. Chair, thank you for the reminder. Ang ibig ko lang sabihin mga mamamayan, mga kababayan, bakit kami naglakas loob, nagtaya ng buhay dito? Because this should be established. Where is the gap of the government and law enforcement? And where is the gap of legislation? Doon sa underground. Absence of anti-subversion law in 1992, ang CPP, NPA, NDF did not avail of the legal spectrum. They remained underground. They remained armed. Ang nagpaligal ay ang mga bayan muna, makabayan, at ang nag-participate sa eleksyon, hindi ang CPP, NPA, NDF. Ito po, sorry for this, Mr. Senator, Mr. Chair, Mr. Senate President, na miscalculate po ito ng Pangulong Ramos noon at ng grupo ng panahon nila ni General Almonte. Akala nila mag-implode at mawawasak ang CPP, NPA, NDF because of the internal rift. Eh magulang man si Joma, notorious, brilliant on the notorious side, nagkaroon ng rectification, nagkaroon ng peace talks. In the last 6 to 8 years, from 1992 to year 2000, nakarecover sila. Kung kaya nga nagamit nila pati ang batas natin, pinag-aaralan ba namin ito? Ang pinahanap sa amin ay papel. Ang sagot ko sa kanila, preponderance, correlation, and pattern of experience, testimonies, and practices will also form as evidence. Ang isang sindikato na grupo at kriminal na grupo ay hindi kailangan lahat sa papel mo i-prove. Ang Gambino family at ang Al Capone sa US, hindi sila na-prove na sila ay nangi-extort at nangingikil at nangungutong. Pero sila ay na-convict doon sa tax fraud. Because alam ng Estados Unidos at ng FBI na ang paper trail ay hindi mo ma-establish dahil sila ay underworld. The underground in the underworld ay walang pinagkaiba. Tama po ito. At I am very thankful for Senate President Tito Soto and Senator Ping Lacson for bringing this out. Kailangan bang maibalik ang anti-subversion law with caution? We recommend strongly for that, with caution. Why? Because membership to groups like underground embedded in the open organization that attempt to overthrow the government masquerading as legal organization, and the attempt to recruit our youth and our people using not armed but agitation and radicalization can be part of the new law on anti-subversion. Because otherwise, the political operations, the revolutionary dual tactics will always become successful to circumvent the law. Itong mga kasama na ito na nasa harap namin, Mr. Chair, Mr. Senate President, sinabi ko na at ulitin ko na. Posible sila hindi magaling manigarilyo, hindi magaling sa pangbababae at droga, pero napakagaling sa pagsisinungaling. That is one bisyo that is one vice na namamaster nila sa loob ng CPP and PNDF. Saan ba kami nakakilala at nakita-kita? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Senator, Mr. Senate President, nagkataon lang ba na kami nakita-kita at nag-conspire para magtestigo laban sa kanila at laban sa modus operandi ng CPP and PNDF? No! This is framework, this is program, at marami pang iba. I will cite one example, 1 minute, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Una po, I have served the floor, Mr.
Can I
Chair.
come in
hope,
also?
we will be given that time.
Yeah,
Ang NGO racket,
kindly wrap up.
yeah, 1 minute.
Can I come in?
Ang NGO
Madam
racket nila.
Mr. Chair,
Nagkukunwari silang human rights group, nagkukunwari silang mga advocate for environment, niraraket nilang pundo mula sa abroad, at conduit ng mga NGO gagamitin nila, Mr. Senator, Mr. Senate President, Mr. Chair, at pagdating dito, ang nagkokontrol ng executive board like Ibon Philippines, Central Committee na mumuno niyan, alam namin, yes, kasi galing kami sa partido, inaamin nila, hindi. Itong mga institutions na ito, with due respect to some resource person, including kay Din Lavinia, a very esteemed lawyer, hindi po lahat na nakikita ng mamamayan ay naiintindihan kami. The complexities of the modus operandi similar, very similar to crime syndicate operations na master ng CPP and PNDF na tinatawag niyang revolutionary dual tactics, underground operations combined with legal and parliamentary cover. All of this, Mr. Chair and Mr. Senate President, made them survive for the last 52 years.